Ashish this side. So welcome to this Australian series, and this is the part 5 of study in Australia. And in this video I am going to tell you about the cost of living in Australia, about scholarship, a very brief detail about scholarship, and because you wanted to know about education loan also, so I'll tell you what is the process of loan, and then maybe in some other video we'll get into detail about this. So let's get started. First thing that comes is cost of living, which is very important for you, not just in Australia but in any other country if you are planning for study abroad. So the cost of living heavily depends on which part of Australia you will be living in, along with how much you will socialize. Some of the basic elements for living as an international students are. So first thing that comes is your accommodation. Is it on campus or off campus? So this may vary a lot of cost. Then you have grocery and food, utilities like power, phone bills, books, traveling back to India, other elements which may be required if you want to explore that country. Why I am telling you all this is because planning is very important when it is an international scenario. You cannot expect and miss happening in terms of your budgets, right? So that is important. Now next thing, that is school expenses. So how much maybe will be the school expenses? So the tuition fee varies according to different countries, courses and the city, right? So what you choose will decide what is the cost. The tuition expense in Australia might be up to 15,000 Australian dollars to 33,000 Australian dollars. So Australian dollar, the conversion cost is about 1:52, right? So you can multiply by that to get the cost in Indian rupees. And if you are thinking of apply to a postgraduate program, then this cost may increase from 20,000 to 37,000. Now again, this is an average cost, but in some university it can be lower to this also, in some university it can be higher to this also. Next is living expenses. So the Department of Immigration and Border Protection has financial requirements you must meet in order to receive a student visa, right? So in study abroad scenario, the countries have one clear rule. They don't want you to become a burden on them. And that is the reason they are very clear that you should have enough fund to support yourself in that country. So you must have 18,610 Australian dollars to study in Australia. Next is health insurance. So overseas student health cover, OSHC, is compulsory, and you will not be able to apply for your student visa until you have purchased a policy recommended by your host university. So since you will be going to study in Australia or any other country post COVID scenario, this would be even tougher, and please do check if there is any new regulation comes by that time. It includes cover for visits to the doctor, some hospital treatment, ambulance cover, and limited pharmaceutical medicines also. The Department of Immigration and Citizenship require overseas students to maintain OSHC for the duration of time they are in Australia. So they are very clear that once you have a health cover, everything is covered under that. So again, you are not a burden on that country, but you have a health cover to support your health. Fee waivers. Now coming to scholarships. So in case of scholarship, fee waivers are awarded to international students on the criteria of merit and need based. So always there are two kind of scholarships available. One is the merit based scholarship, second is the merit cum means based scholarship. So in any scenario you must be a good student to get a scholarship. Now in need based scenario also there are a lot of scholarships which are available. So maybe sometime I will create a separate video in which I'll talk in detail about all these scholarships or all the major scholarships available in Australia. Now let's see what else. Candidate with strong academic, good performance on standardized exams and extracurricular achievements would be eligible for scholarship awards and financial assistance. The benefit from these opportunities, one has to make sure to send all the required documents by particular deadline. So documentation and deadline, these are two important things in your application. Now documents required for scholarship. So document usually required are your academic records and the photocopies, a recent CV, letter of intent which act as a cover page, certificate of language proficiency test, so you have done TOEFL or IELTS, uska score of that, and then you have letters of reference along with all other documents that may be needed. Now next we come on an education loan. So education loan is a very important topic. What in education loan you need to know about is the eligibility criteria, the eligibility of course, loan amount, documentation required and repayment. So I will be creating a separate video on education loan in which I will be explaining end to end everything on education loan you need to know, and I'll put the link either in the video somewhere or in the description, so do check that also. And with this we are at the end of part 5. In part 6 I'll be telling you about the visa process, post-study options, placements, work and spouse visa. So this is probably one of the most important video in this entire series which you should watch. Now apart from Australia also, this channel has lot of videos on courses, countries and options to explore, so do watch them as well. If you are new to this channel, please do subscribe, like this video, comment, share with your friends. In case you have any query, don't worry, I have put in the details in description on how you can contact us. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay connected.